Hello, hello, and welcome back to the TEC Team Endurance Championship. Season 14 kicks off today, and we have a different format compared to last season. We'll see about that in a moment. So, first of all, let's bring up the race schedule, the calendar for the season. So it will be 8 races as usual, but you can see on the bottom it says Pro-Am, and Am. So we have teams of 3 drivers this time fighting for the titles. And yeah, round 1 we are in Japan at the high speed ring, and then we have some nice other tracks this season. Bathurst, for example, Nürburgring GP for the finale, also Interlagos. Yeah, nice stuff going on. Also, speaking about nice stuff, here you go. We have the official crit for the season. Prodigy was busy again and prepared a nice little spotter's guide for all of us with the 5 teams, their team names, the liveries for the cars. So yeah, the cars. We have the Ford GT LM race car spec 2 for the pro drivers. Then it's the BMW M3 GT car for Pro-Ams, and for the Ams it will be the Genesis Group 3 car. Information about today's race. So it's the first one. Lemony Squeeze, he could decide one of the picks, and this is his choice. You see, we start off in sunny conditions, but then it will get rainy. It eases off a little bit, and then it will increase probably towards the end again. So challenging conditions, no doubt about that, for that first race of the season. We should be ready for qualifying in probably a couple of minutes. It looks like we are missing one driver on the grid at the moment. Here we go. We have a player joining the lobby, and it is Dashy. Just in time. I guess we also see a little bit of time progression by the looks, so we head into darkness and rainy conditions for this one. Definitely an interesting setup for this one. Yeah, great pick, great choice, Zach. It should be a banger of a season opener for TEC. Pretty sure about that. Alright, so we are changing to the qualifying settings. So I think I can also get to my now go to the spectate mode. Onto the track we go. We get all the information on the screen for you with the tire. So yeah, with that short first stint on soft tires, and then it will get rainy pretty soon, I guess. So everyone will be starting on the softs. We'll see how long Dactyla, so when the rain will actually hit the track. For that one, we haven't started the qualifying session yet. No, it is just a warm-up for the qualifier. As usual, it will be the one-shot quali format in TEC. So you have one out lap, one flying lap. That's it. Do you want to go for slipstreaming, bug drafting? Do you want to get a clean lap in? That will be the decision to make for our drivers today and throughout the entire season as usual. Just quickly jumping through those cars, also like with the assignment for the driver classes. So, I have been working on a pace driver rating in the background over the last year, and we've been using this now to get the drivers into the classes program. And I'm based on the, for now at least, very subjective ratings, but everything will change in 2025. So we will have an actual ELO-based rating system in place for all of our races from now on. So if you perform good, you score some good points for your rating. And looking forward to see the improvements, the ups and downs, those ratings. Yeah, it should be a nice little addition. You have like a history of your race results, how your rating progresses. Alright, so I saw the message that the qualifying is about to start. Go, everyone is tagged in. We should be good now. Qualifying in dry conditions. And as a reference lap time, we have 1:08.6 at the moment. So nice little spin to finish the warm-up session. Here we go. It is time now for the qualifying. So short track, short lap. Need to be very quick to cycle through all of the cars and the drivers. The leading car is not the Furious 2, it's not Couch Racing, it's not Luigi. Who is it? John? No. It is Dylan. Now looks in the pro driver in that Ford. We already see some little gaggles of cars. There's some want to go for slipstream. Others prefer that clear track run. Look, so Beavers, Evo, coming to the extra run. So now we should have the grid sorted for that qualifying run, and it's already Dylan who's approaching that final back turn, and we will jump on board for that flying lap. Crossing the start-finish line now, 6th gear into banked turn 1, let out, no drama, taking like a very smooth line They're now braking for the notorious wall riding turn. 100 roughly, taking the low line, interesting, not the high line. Getting a good exit though. Coming over the bridge into the middle sector. Some... No, not that fast pace, slower corners compared to that high speed track, but into the tunnel again, and then it will be flat out again, I guess. So we'll see. Is it flat? Will it be a safety lift fourth gear? Actually, right, and don't touch that wall. It will slow you down massively, and that is Dylan, who is flying lap by 1 minute 10.1. Next up, Deering, 109.4. River, briefly to P1, it's Lugi in the court, a 108.5. River in second, Couch in third, Onion, P4. Now it's Davo, jumped to P3, Tess in fourth, Beetlejuice, P3. So who are we missing still out on track? Lemony running. We waited for quite some time, waiting for better conditions. I don't know. Gets a little bit of a draft, but has to avoid the cars that have already stopped. Alright, that's probably not ideal for that run. We will stay with Lemony though. Here we see a new fastest lap pole position incoming for Lemony. We'll wait. It's 107, 108, 108.7. That's P4. Currently, so it should be Luki on pole, River Rocks in P2, then second row, Beetlejuice and Lemony. We have Davo and Taz, Couch, Onion, Deering, Ovich, Dylan, John, Prodigy, Dashi, and the Furious 2 for now. Race director Prodigy not too happy with that qualifying run by the looks. I'm waiting for the official results screen. Oh, we still have to wait for another minute. Very generous today with the time. We'll see if there will be some adjustments to the qualifying. Too long, not too long. Right, so let's bring up the race results. We go. Get rid of that, get rid of that. See that, alright. Oh, I'll also take a screenshot just in case. Let's go with the nicknames as well. Probably will need them at some point. Right, that's okay. So we should be ready for the race, probably very, very soon. Get my stuff ready then. Let's see, what do I need? Here. I'll leave it like that for a moment. Lugi position, River, and second Beetlejuice and Lemony Prodigy keys. Up 2 rows. Then Devo in that M3 test. In the Genesis P6, Couch and Onion. Grid, Earring, and Ovich. And Dylan not the best qualifying in his Ford in P11 has some work to do. John A12, Prodigy, Dashi, and Series 2 couldn't get a lap time in. Alright. That's interesting. So, guess you bring up why graphics as well, and jump right into the spectate mode for round 1, season 14, TEC Team Endurance Championship. Alright, I'm ready. Travis probably also ready. You see some lights flashing. You're waiting for the red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's go, go, go! Off the line we go. River with a great start. Luki not so much. Misjudged that acceleration, or maybe perhaps weren't in the best range after all, but Dylan P6 already with a good start up to P6. So we have the cars in front, the 4 GTs, River, Lemony, Beetlejuice, Lugi, Taz, Dylan with different lines, causing a little bit of chaos. But Dylan is up to P6. Someone went a little bit deep into that chicane, but everyone is still running, so close racing as usual on that opening lap. Try to find a good spot. We have Furious 2 in P15 at the back, and now coming around. Oh, there was someone lost it. Ovich, Devo with a massive incident. What happened to Devo? Will go. Oh, he clipped the wall on the outside, which unsettled the car and caused a little bit of chaos behind. So that's probably not the start you want to have for that race. 8 seconds to get to Ovich. Ovich was also involved in that accident. P14, Furious in P13, and another one is spinning. It is JWE. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know what happened. So we will have a look. Oh, got unsettled through the one, and then weird. That wall nearly spun him again. He could like avoid the massive spin, but yeah, so Devo and JWE, that's not going to plan for their team. At the front we have River leading Lemony and second, Beetlejuice in P3. Then there is a little gap already to Luki in P4. So Luki is on the medium tires, interesting. Beetlejuice, Lemony and River. No, River also running on medium tires. Okay, so when will the rain actually hit? That will be the question. The rain is... I have something prepared, right? So let's quickly have a look at this. So we are basically past the first sunny conditions part now. The rain should start to fall at some point, and it will be quite heavy rain. It will ease off and then get a little bit heavier again. So this is what we can expect. So top 3, Luki 1.1, nearly outside of that slipstream. Dylan is behind. So the 5 pro drivers in the front. Then we have Taz, the AM driver in that Genesis, followed by another AM driver, Dashi. Prodigy, the best of the pro-ams in that BMW M3. Onion, not too far behind. Couch Racing, also M3 driver, or season Deering, also in the M3. Then we have 1.7 seconds to the Furious 2 on mediums in that M3, and then the 3 drivers that had a little bit of whoopsies going on. JWE in P13, Ovich in P14, and Davo 15th at the moment. Will the rain help those drivers? That will be the question. It is. The top 3, 1 second there. Yeah, not fighting each other at the moment. That's probably a smart thing to do. Luki with a good run, getting closer again, under 1 second that gap. It's still very close between the top 5, 1.7 seconds. You see some mighty sparks appearing for the drivers. Let's go to a different camera angle. See Lemony's perspective. River's still leading this race. Beetlejuice in third, Luki fourth, and Dylan in P5. So we get. Oh, you don't want to touch that wall. It's gonna slow you down. Too much. So Lemony lost. Also, the tires are not looking that good anymore. Luki tires quite good, those mediums. Oh, we see the dark clouds now forming. Luki playing it safe. Yeah, there's that wall is there. You should avoid it probably. Don't ride it too much. There will be some reviews after this race, especially at the high speed ring. That turn, it's not notorious, well known, but it could also be a bit of a lag in the lobby. Pretty dark already. So Dylan, 2 seconds that gap now to the top 4. And we have 3 drivers coming out of the final turn, with the Taz having to run that high line. Probably lost a little bit of momentum, and it's getting dark. It is getting dark very early. Those tires there still looking pretty good. Prodigy and Dashi P6, P5, so also interesting to see Pro-Ams, Set-Ams fighting, working together. I can't tell it at the moment. Definitely going side by side into that tricky corner, and we see the first drops of rain coming on to those windscreens. Yeah, we see the wipers running, so the leaders coming out of the tunnel. We see some, yeah, I think now rain is here. How fast will it arrive at the track, at the surface? For now it's still dry. Dylan is hitting early. Tires are gone. Probably had no other choice but going on to wet tires now. It's a bit early. You will basically destroy them. So it's just a few drops of rain. Still, the track is not wet. We see it for the first time now. With a little bit of wetness is creeping onto the track surface, but not really that much. Or you must run the slick tires. Prodigy, Dashi, Onion, the next position, so not really raining that hard. Tess, P8, Couch, though it's survive with the tires somehow. Oh, which those tires are toast as well. When will we see the heavy rain coming? What about Dylan is on intermediates and has to serve a penalty, probably cut the pit entry during also on those intermediates for now. So we see now we have the crossover point basically, and the drivers just crossed the line. Some go to heavy wet tires, others just using intermediates, and now we see that heavy downpour we had on the forecast, and now will be interesting. Can the top two survive the final turn and make it safe into the pits for the tire change? It will be critical. River not taking any risk. Beetlejuice around the outside into the pits they go. Beetlejuice, River, what about Lemony? Yeah, just made it on those dead soft tires. Lugi on the outlap on intermediates, changed to those intermediates one lap earlier. Will it be enough to jump Beetlejuice and River? That's the question. There's still Prince Lemony now. Didn't refuel that much. Where is Lugi? Lugi with that overspeed up to P2 already. Lemony with some interesting fuel strategy. So 70% roughly, same as Lugi. They are expecting to hit again. They won't be staying on those intermediates, while Beetlejuice build up to the max on wet River on intermediate tires. Dashi is using inters as well. Dylan had to pit early on inters, quite somewhere on those tires at this stage. What about Prodigy? Crashes straight into the barrier. He's still on medium tires. What the hell? Did Prodigy forget to change tires? I'm not so sure about that. Let's see, but couldn't get it stopped though. Just no grip at all on a medium tire, so probably a bit of a mistake happening. Tess is on wet tires. Let's see. Prodigy now into the pits, and finally getting rid of those slick tires. Janovic, P13, P14, Devo on intros as well. And now it's like crazy visions. Look at the rain. Look at the rain. Is it possible to control that car on intermediates? That's the question. So we have a Beetlejuice on wet tires. Those conditions, probably the go-to tire. How long will it stay that bad? That is the big question. So Luki 1.2 seconds roughly in the gap to Lemony, and Beetlejuice now right behind Lemony, a little gap to River in P4. And actually with a big gap to the rest of the AM drivers. Dylan running some front aero damage. He hit the wall somewhere, didn't catch it. Then we have a couch in the M3, and the same goes for the Furious 2. Main Onion in his Genesis, drifting a little bit around the outside of the first turn. There was contact between, and someone crashed behind as well, so a bit of a messy start to the season. Yeah, so it's Furious tried to straighten up, and then Deering crashed straight into the Furious 2 while he was waiting. So we need to watch this again from Deering's perspective. What happened? So he sees in front of him happening that contact. And then it was just unlucky. Oh, weird contact physics. The game bit dodgy today as well. Definitely not ideal. What happened? Prodigy in P15 after that. I don't know, maybe he had an adventure into the pit like we saw a couple of months ago, different series, but maybe got spun and couldn't go into the pits when he wanted to. Had to do one more lap on mediums. But yeah, with the wet tire strategy, Beetlejuice grabbed the lead for now. The top 3, top 4 are still very, very close. Beetlejuice on wet, then you have Lemony, River, and Luki all on those intermediate tires. Dashi in P5. Couch racing, the best Pro-Am driver at the moment, Dylan in P7, and Taz in his Genesis, P8, Onion in 9th, John in P10, Devo and Ovic. Devo is back in the race after lap 1. Incident Ovic in P12. Furious 2 dropped down to P13 of an incident. Also during P14. Struggling with the drip still. Also Prodigy not up to speed, but just 4 seconds behind. Kenny challenge during. Oh, Devo with another mistake. We see what happened to Davo this time. Oh, he just lost it. The rear just went. And then again was contact. During the unlucky race today, he crashes into every car that's being struck somewhere. Wow. And look at those wet tires, they seem to be quite OP still. It is nearly 4 seconds that gap. Now let's have a look at the lap times. 1:13.8. Another 13. And those intermediate runners, 1 minute 15 roughly. So when is the time to shine again? 40 intermediate runners. It is still very, very wet on that track. I'm not sure who's dying when or where, but it's like one little mistake and you lose. Also, that looked like a bit weird from that angle, but all good, no drama for Dashi Couch. 2 seconds up the road, Dylan in P7. Do we see a close battle somewhere? Taz on here. A bit of spread out now. Dropped at 1.7 seconds. Furious 2 in P11. Got past Ovic. Ovic struggling. Again, that high line. Is it a good line? During the wet conditions? I don't know. We have another yellow flag situation. So who lost it? Onion lost it. No. The self-proclaimed Rainmaster, what happened? The rear just goes around and then, ooh, thanks for ghosting. Again, he parked it on the line. This time Deering got lucky, he didn't crash into a beached car. Yeah, Luki was definitely leading, but the wet tires seem to be just too good at the moment still. Yeah, that's turn 2. So many sparks. I don't know. I can't tell if it's actually wall riding, if it's just my spectator view. They're definitely riding the high line all the time and risking that wall ride. 6 seconds. Beetlejuice up the road. River Rockers in second. Everyone is like touching that wall. 2, 3 and 4, they are still close. Dashi keeping his gap to Couch, 7 seconds. Dylan and Couch. So the Ford GT. This looks like a nice line through turn 2. Dylan in second, Couch Racing didn't lose their position in class, though still leading the Pro-Ams. Taz and John. There is Furious 2. 1.8 Deering in 11th. Onion after that mistake dropped down to P12. Ovic running in P13. And we have Prodigy and Devo, P14, P15. And now looks like the M3s are a bit of a handful to drive. Pro-Am's struggling a little bit with the car, with the conditions, probably. And we still have 37 minutes to go. So now we see that track is drying up a little bit. The tires still looking very good for Beetlejuice, those wet tires. 6.5 seconds and another 1 minute 13. Will we see 13s for the intermediate runners? Yeah, look at that. So I think now we have reached the crossover point once again. Intermediates will be performing better than the wet tires. Will it try towards the end? Quickly have a look at the forecast. So we should be now roughly in that RO4, RO1 slot. And it should increase slightly towards the end. So probably no slick tires. We don't know those two RO1 slots. We could see a dry racing line. Not sure how much it will help. Like, you lose probably too much time. Touching that wall will slow you down just massively. I think both drivers had an issue, so Beetlejuice is still keeping his gap 6.6, 6.7 roughly. Then Boogie with the run. We saw that Lemony went a bit too high, touched that wall, and maybe they can work together, not draft each other. No, they're going side by side into turn 2. Dashi is still driving all by himself in P5. Dylan and Couch Racing still close, using different approaches on the lines. But I feel like the dry racing line is there already. Oh, Dylan with a massive moment. Nearly lost it. We'll have a look at this. A little bit of rear damage as well, but no spin. So it's good to go, good to race. His teammate Taz in P8. 6 seconds that gap to JWE. The Curious 2. Think he might be second in the Pro-Am, so another yellow flag situation happening. Pressed the safe replay marker. Not sure what happened. We see people driving into the pits. Alright, so probably... Oh yeah, Dylan crashed it. Need to have the longer replay to see what actually happened. Whoa! Touched a little bit of a wet patch while turning, and then the car just spun. Crazy scenes today. Not gonna lie. So let's see. Intermediates are done. How it looks. It looks like Dylan is parking the car in the pits. So racing hard tires for Devo. Interesting strategy call. So wets are definitely now 60% say down. Intermediates looking a bit better, but the gap stays still roughly about 7 seconds between Beetlejuice and Riverocus. Lugi in P3 on intermediates. Is it time to go to slick tires now? That's the question. Lemony definitely decided it is time. Mediums it is, alright, so I was totally wrong again to say we won't be seeing slick tires anymore. But yeah, this light rain stretch, which is actually a no rain stretch now, gave the drivers the opportunity to go for slick tires again. So now the tricky part, don't touch the wet bits. Of course, dashing into the bits. Lugi staying out. River stayed out and gained a second nearly on Beetlejuice, so maybe now those wet tires, they don't perform that good anymore. Yeah, look at how quickly they went down from 60 to 85, 90% maybe within a lap, and that's a short lap, so I would be surprised to see Beetlejuice now coming in to change the tires, and exactly what he does, but lost probably another half a second, 2 seconds. Riverocus also faked it. He faked it and fooled me. Oh, look at that. Now, this will be the tricky part for the slick tire runners. If they face some traffic, they have to move off the dry racing line onto the wet bits, and Beetlejuice, it's time to go on to mediums. Pit exit might be a bit tricky. Manages to keep it straight. P3 and also refueled that car. So Lugi is quite low on fuel actually now. So interesting to see those different strategies or approaches through that race where everything is possible and nothing is guaranteed with the weather outlooks, but those intermediates are done. What's River going to do? He's taking the high line already. Looks like he might be staying out for another lap. This could be the final lap, or now decides to go into the pits. Yeah. Smart decision, smart decision. I think Lugi also followed, but with low fuel. Beetlejuice now still has a nice little gap to Lemony. 7.5 seconds. Both are on the medium tires. Well, now, and we have lost one driver. It's probably Dylan. So Beetlejuice into the lead again. River out of the pits. It's mediums, and around the outside it is a lapped car to unlap themselves. Lemony right behind River, trying to follow his teammate. It's Devo, I think, and gave him a nice little tow into turn 2, and Lemony up to P2, River third, Lugi in fourth. Then we have Dashi on mediums in P5, Couch on mediums in P6. So Dashi the best AM driver, and Couch the best Pro AM driver. John on mediums. So it looks like everyone is running the medium tires now. Hearing in detail a little bit of front splitter damage. Still has some tow. Prodigy right behind on those mediums as well. Tries to go side by side, and that line should be wide enough to go side by side. Yeah, moved past steering. Ovich in P12, Onion 13th, and they were actually running the hard tires, so yeah, I forgot about that. And someone had an incident. We see yellow flags happening. Maybe someone touched a little bit of a wet patch on slick tires. Not sure who it was. Could be Onion. Has some damage. Oh yeah. A nice little 360, and we continue. Alright, well, let's see the race situation at the front. 6.5 seconds that gap for Beetlejuice. Quite comfortable, I'd say. Lemony in second, and River in third. River still, facing some lapped traffic that was his teammate. Gave him a nice little tow, maybe 1.7, 1.8 seconds that gap to Lemony. Luki in fourth. Also see a little bit of damage on that car. Dashi struggled on the exit. No damage. 6.5 that gap to Couch, but not in the same class. This John William Egan running second in the M class. The Furious 2 second in the Pro-Ams. What happened to Taz? Taz was driving in front of John, I think, and the Furious 2. Maybe there was a mistake somewhere, a little spin. Oh, what about Prodigy and Deering, the two M3 BMW drivers? P10, P11, that's a battle for position in class. Let's get a little bit onboard impressions. Echo in the house, evening mate. Will we see the run for Deering now happening? It's quite early upshift. Again, is there room for two cars? Wasn't comfortable yet to bind that, I know, off throttle, staying behind. Oh, nearly touched the wet bits, but now with a better exit out of the second turn. Stays patient for now. Living on the edge in those conditions. Prodigy versus Deering, maybe a battle till the end. To watch Ovich in P12. Onion and Davo, Darrow having also a battle for position. No, that was wrong. Davo is running in the M3, what a Pro-Ams. Onion in that Genesis Group 3 body arms. But still, it is close, under a second. Gab and Beetlejuice increasing his lead. Another yellow flag situation. Ooh. When, where? Try to figure out. Couldn't find it like at a first glance. Lemony with a good run, gained a couple of tenths. River also staying with Lemony. Roughly a second between the two. Luki caught in traffic, but got past Onion and Davo, I think. Maybe lost a little bit of time during that process. Still, the track is not fully dry. You have to be still very careful. If you run too wide or too deep into some of those turns, the dark patches, the wet patches are everywhere. Be careful. But the two drivers, Onion and Davo, getting a nice little toe of Lugi's Ford GT and into turn 2 once again. Now this could be the run for Davo. Got around the outside, coming out of turn 2 over the bridge into the chicane, and up in position for Davo it is. For a brief moment it looked like that Beetlejuice was losing a little bit of his vision, but no, instead he increased that to nearly 8 seconds. But that's also due to the fact that River Rupus is running P2, got past Lemony. Maybe Lemony with a little mistake. Had a good run, a good toe. Moves up into the second position again. So those two fighting with less than 20 minutes to go. Lugi trying somehow to bring that gap down to River and Lemony. Maybe an outside chance for a podium finish on Lugi Dashi in P5. What a race for a young American driver. Up to this point, probably one of his best performances. Yeah, so Arden already said it. So Beetle is leading the pros, Dashi the AMs, and Couch the Pro AM drivers also. Dashi and Couch with big gaps in their class at the moment. Furious 2 in P7, P2 in class. Prodigy with some moves, trying to find. Look at this three-way battle in the M3s. P2, 3 and 4 in the Pro-Am class between those three drivers. Let's stay with this for a little while, shall we? Prodigy is flying now. Yes, the inside line. We see giving us side by side. Is the tri line wide enough to go side by side? The Freeze 2 on the outside nearly loses it. The big one and through goes steering through. 2 for 1 with that book, but still it's side by side between Gearing and Prodigy. So we go into chase cam view. Bruce and see Gearing around the outside. Still a bit wet, still a bit wet. Prodigy inside has the position now. Who is brave enough to go around the wet? It is Gearing, and now Prodigy with the compromised exit out of turn 2. They go side by side into the chicane once again. Furious not able to go for the move yet. Has to back out of that for now. Maybe can use a double slipstream now. Prodigy had a great run on Deering. Maybe Deering had a penalty, not sure. It's quite slow. Coming out of the tunnel. Did it again. Flirting with disaster on the outside with the wet patches. Still a M3 train here at a high speed Deering. Leading this one 24 seconds a gap to Couch Racing, who leads the glass. But here comes Prodigy once again. There goes Episode. No brakes early. Forces Deering maybe onto the wet bits again. Oof! Nearly clipped that wall area outside, but intense racing in the Pro-Am class between Deering, Prodigy, and also the Furious 2. Again, we see different approaches to the chicane. And one more lap. Prodigy a bit high, maybe. Yep, that cost him that position for now. His car got loose a little bit. Let's watch it once again from chase cam. I think he was too aggressive. There was an opportunity during with a slight wiggle, and then straight into the barrier. Oof. And quite lucky to not lose the car. Also, look at that, John Anovich. We have now close battles everywhere on track. And John Anovich are also fighting for position in the same class, both in that Genesis. John with the better line into the chicane for now. Moves up one position, Anovich. Using some new tactics, not using his headlights. Oh, what happened? What happened to John? But his indicator. What did we miss? What happened to John? Oh, went too deep onto the wet stuff. That's unlucky again. So difficult. Still, it is dark. Still wet. The edges, and I mean, we are approaching those final two weather slots now. 4-2-6, so we should probably see some rain again to spice things up till the end of this race. Lemony with a big wall right, I don't know, but didn't really gain that much. Couldn't get off the rails by the looks, and lost that position to River, so nothing gained. But they are losing time. Beetlejuice nearly 10 seconds up the road in those positions, so River versus Lemony. And they are fighting, and Luki, that gap went down to 3 seconds, was more than 6 seconds at one time, and there was another yellow flag, so cannot keep up with all that racing action. But yeah, 3 seconds between Luki and Lemony, and Lemony with this River, just fighting for it. So let's see, Lugi dashing 9 seconds that gap to Couch. Couch maybe with a little mistake. 23 seconds the gap at one time to Deering. Now under 20. Prodigy P8 6 seconds the gap to Steering, and where is the Furious 2? We had a great little battle. Now the Furious 2 is not in that battle anymore. Ovic caught up with Prodigy. So where's the Furious 2 here? Dropped down to P11 right behind John William Egan. That gap to Ovic, 2.6. Yeah, maybe one little mistake. We have the two TCR drivers, Dago and TEC P12, P13, but running in different classes. And in P14 it is main onion now. Also the tire wear is kicking in again for most of the drivers. Final 10 minutes, and will we get the last act of the drama with some rain? I could definitely spot some dark clouds in the distance. So will the rain reappear again? They're having also like a battle for position for the entire race. Again, Lemony trying to floor it around the outside. What a move, determination. Goes past River around the outside. What a ballsy move. It still looked like very, very wet. But we'll see. Yeah, it is still wet, but he made it work. Look at that. River playing it safe. The dry line, the low line. Lemony was flying, but Lemony is low on fuel. So Lemony is probably expecting or hoping for some rain. What about Lugi? Lugi, the fuel is not an issue. The tires, yeah, still okay, but when it rains, he will have to pit for new tires. Just 8 seconds lost, a little bit of time on the last couple of laps. Taking it easy, not risking too much how it looks. And final turn is Lemony land. Yeah, he's going for it, and we see some traffic once again. Well, under 10 minutes to go. This race, Lemony versus River. Lugi is back with River and maybe also Lemony, so three-way fight, 42 in the pro class incoming. Maybe. It could get interesting. Dashi in P5 still all by himself. Coach 10 seconds that gap, 17-2 during another, but Deering's tires are gone, so Deering also hoping for some rain, probably all drivers now suffering with a tire wear. Prodigy in P8, Ovic in 9th position. The gap to the Furious 2, 10. P10 roughly 2 seconds. John William trying to use the Furious 2 slipstream to get closer to Ovic again. Ovic is pitting now. Ovic knows something we don't know. Also, Lemony is pitting, so do the drivers, do they see some rain? The fuel is just very low, yeah, 3% remaining for Lemony, so what's the decision now? Is it softs? What's going to happen? It is softs, no rain, by the looks for now, so maximum attack, maximum risk probably for Lemony. Probably Luki in a good position here with the fuel and the tires. A bit more fuel than River. Tires also a smidge better, but nothing major, I'd say. 7.5 minutes to go. That's probably 6 laps. And the traffic might get very tasty now. It looks to be dry everywhere, so you can go up to the high line, come back again. Also, River, that gap to Beetlejuice under 7 seconds. It's probably a bit deep for River. The question is, will they have to pit again? Can they survive on those mediums tire until the end? Looked sketchy around that final turn, and Luki with a massive run, massive slip now, and getting the run on River. Into E2 again, so Beetlejuice is maybe trying to save tires. Oh, it's 5.5 minutes. I don't know if the tires will be lasting that long. Luki versus River, second and third. Lemony is pushing. He has the fastest lap of the race on those soft tires, but he had to stop. If no one else will be pitting, then the strategy wasn't the best. To be honest, needs to go around the outside. Whoa! A big hit to the wall, not really helping. Course, but no damage. That's the good news, I think. Dashy also the tires. Look at all those tires. They are done. The rain is not coming. There should be some rain, I guess. So Dashy leading the AMs still. Couch Racing still leading the Pro-Ams. Prodigy's tires are done. Ring's tires are done. 1.1 seconds with the two Furious 2 also with the tires not in a healthy state anymore. Ovich was pushing also with the aggressive strategy with fresh soft tires for the final 7-8 minutes. John William Egan did the same. Devo tried to go for the extra long hard stint, could bring that gap down a little bit. But what's happening at the front? Under 6 seconds, that gap between Beetlejuice and Luki. Luki still up. Some tires left. The same goes for River. And what about Beetlejuice? Yeah, it still looks like very, very under control. Not risking it too much. Trying to nurse those tires now. It is 3 minutes 40. So that's 3 more laps to go. Maybe he's judging it like to perfection. 3 more laps by the looks for the drivers. Oh, in the season opener for TEC season 14 here at the high speed ring. Probably no more rain. Those two again, and some traffic between them. Luki. River, still not much separating those two. Lemony, a tire change, probably. That wasn't like the optimal strategy in hindsight. We'll see. 5 seconds. Luki is pushing. River is pushing. Beetlejuice is managing. Maybe they have a target now. Beetlejuice crosses the line. It's 2:27. It should be 3 more laps still. They are too quick. They are too quick. At least Beetlejuice. So maybe, or Beetlejuice is thinking, yeah, push. So maybe I get that extra lap, and River and Luki, they will just run out of time. It will be close. It will be so close at the front. The gap, 4.3 seconds coming down. 4 seconds. I don't know, the fuel looking okay. I think better than Rivers and Lemony's. I think River is in danger here of running out of fuel on that final lap. They were pushing like crazy, but they can't see Beetlejuice now. Beetlejuice comes round in the final sector into the final left hander. It is 1 minute 25. 1 minute 11 currently the lap time, and he crosses the line with 1 minute 15 with 16 remaining. Also the two, they have to go for 2 more laps, but will the fuel last? That is the question. I don't think River Ruckus will make it to the end if it's 2 more laps to go. Lugi sitting in the slipstream might be able to jump River there, and that gap to Beetlejuice 3.2 seconds. So Beetlejuice is still managing that gap. But that fuel is so low for River now. 30 seconds to go. 3 seconds the lead still. The tires now basically done. Fuel shouldn't be the issue for Beetlejuice. Now 20 seconds to go. Again, through the final banked turn he goes, and there is a yellow flag situation happening. Oh, someone's parking it. That's also not a good thing to do. With 4 seconds, crosses the line, and River is out of fuel, so he pushed like crazy, and now, yeah, he's not going to make it anymore. So, but he has P3 safe. Lemony crosses the line, finishes in P4. Dashi will be coming home in P5. Prodigy in P7. Deering in P8. So we'll stay with the leaders with 3.2 that gap, and River is crawling home. He secured a podium, but lost the battle for P2 to Luki. So now the final stretch for Beetlejuice. Dashi wins the AMS by a mile in P5, and round goes Beetlejuice. Lap 50, it is still a little bit of fuel remaining. You see some traction control kicking in, and Lugi also, same amount of fuel, and Beetlejuice wins the season opener for TEC season 14. Lugi comes home in P2, and River is still crawling, so we have Lemony in P4, 3 seconds. He probably overtook on the start-finish straight. Dashi wins the AMS, Couch wins the Pro-AMS. Prodigy and Deering, John William Egan second for the AMS, Ovich third, and the Furies 2, Davo, Taz and Onion. So it's just River we are waiting for to finish that race. 1 minute and 10 seconds until the timer runs out, so he should be able to see the checkered flag. There's still something, and let's look at that also. He has still some tires left. So, a crazy race to start the season, no doubt about that. And now River crosses the line and it's a podium. It's a podium for River. Well done. Right. So, race results. Shot. Screenshot. Oh, jump over to my little intermission screen. So let's talk about this race. So we have Beetlejuice winning this one. Lugi in P2 and River P3. Lemony with the fastest lap in P4 for the Pro drivers. Then Dashi, Genesis. The Ams beating the Pro Ams. Couch Racing winning the AM class. Pro AM class in its M3. Prodigy and Deering. Then John, Ovich, Furious 2, Davo, Tess, Onion, and Dylan, who had to retire the car. Probably some issues that looked a bit weird at times. Probably wheel or pedals or whatever it is. But yeah, we will probably find out in the Discord later on what happened to the drivers. So yeah, that was the season opener. Put on the schedule and the intermission stream. Okay, so I'll need to go back to this. Oops. And then we do it like this. All right, so next week it will be Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Also interesting combination. I know some drivers don't really like that track, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, looking forward to see that one for sure. Up next here on the channel, Wednesday, it will be the Yank Tank series, and will be acting as the race director, monitoring all of the racing action here. So you get like a unique view, a race director, like with calling out safety cars, damage, etc. Might be interesting also to spectate. Probably not because of the racing action. We hear also the drivers in the chat for that one. And on Thursday, it is round 2 of the World Series GT Driver Career, the Roots Cup, in the Daihatsu Copen. We are back in that mighty machine. We had a crazy race last Thursday, and yeah, we will be at the Suzuka East course for the second round for that championship. So yeah, hope to see you there. Until then, guess should now decide what catchphrase I will be using, but I'm sticking with the Yippee-ki-yay. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.